Hello, Lake Elsinore. This is probably after 9 o'clock on a Monday. Yeah, we got some people out there fishing. Yeah, one of the reasons why people moved to Lake Elsinore was to get away from the rat race. Yeah. People moved here and get away from all the stop and go traffic, the stoplights. They moved out here because they liked the boats. When we used to have the baddest boats out here in Lake Elsinore, 77, 78, 79, yep. I'm talking boats with a lot of power. Loud, you can hear them for blocks. They're out there running blowers and all that stuff. Yeah, Lake Elsinore is no longer the same. Yeah, some people moved to Lake Elsinore because they could ride their dirt bikes out here. Yeah, it used to be, as long as you had that off-road sticker, you ride anywhere along the lake. On the other side of the 15 freeway, you could ride up in the hills. Yeah. Until the communists took over. You want to ride your dirt bike, you gotta go down to the track. Yep. They started, police had their own little dirt bike team out there trying to catch guys on bikes. Yep. One kid told me they'd try to catch him, he'd outrun them, they'd crash. But now, they're after the communist boats. Yeah, you got a real nice old boat, and it's beautiful, and they're trying to get rid of them. Yeah. They taxed our cars with the emissions and stuff. And we had some beautiful cars made in the 60s and 70s and the 50s. You don't see those cars anymore unless you go to a car show. Mostly lowriders. Yeah. Now we got all plastic and all that electronics. Yep. Some of those people nowadays, you see those old cars, they got fixed up really nice, and trucks, they got thousands, 50, 100,000. I even heard one guy had 450,000 in his truck. You never get the money back, but it's the way he liked it. It was a 56 Ford. Then they moved out here and rent was a little cheaper. It wasn't as populated. Didn't have the population like it does now. $1,200 a month, you can rent a nice house. People can rent a little bachelor pad for $65 a month. Yep. Or they live in an RV on the lake, $65, $75, $100 a month, including electric. Yeah. Yeah, Lake Elsinore really became a commercial. Still, a lot of pollution goes in that lake. All the homes around it, people putting fertilizer on their lawn, and when it rains, it all washes down into the lake. And they got the guy out there dumping chemicals in there and to kill the green. I don't remember seeing green in the lake in the 70s. And they got a lot more pumps out there, and these have a big deal there. They put oxygen in the lake, killed the algae, and they moved that one out. They got one. They probably moved it to the other side of the lake. Probably was really bad, wasn't really needed. Yep, California Carb is now after your boat. We had a neighbor, man, he had a beautiful 67 Chevelle. It was his hot rod. He had that motor built. And it sounded really good. It sounded better than the hot rods that you see now, these new Camaros and stuff people are driving. Nah, they didn't sound as good as this car. He had a boat. He'd come out here to Lake Elsinore. Said they kicked him off the lake because it was too loud. It was too loud, you're too old. I'd rather hear a loud boat than a bunch of drunks. Well, I'll tell you one thing in Lake Elsinore or Riverside County, I've seen more drug addicts out here than in LA County. Yep. Alright, end of my video. It's a little hazy day, but I'll go along the Ortega Mountain. Up there, top of the mountain, I don't know if you can see it. There's the repeaters. That's Lake Elsinore, the repeater up there on top of the Ortega Mountain there. Alright, anyhow, thank you for watching. One thing about a CB radio and ham radio, they're AI is not into it. Because some of those radios don't have Wi-Fi capabilities. They're no longer a radio, they're a computer, SDR. Alright, I'll catch you later. Thank you for watching.